Hello everybody and welcome to my tutorial. Today I'll introduce the Task Coach to you. The Task Coach is freeware and available on sourceforge.net. It is basically a tool to plan and organize all the tasks and assignments around you, whether it is in your private life or your professional world. And since it is very easy to use, but also super efficient, I would always recommend it to any student out there, especially for people who like to keep on track and be on time with exam preparations or homework dues. This software is perfect. And let's just start right into it. As you can see, as soon as you open the software, the tip of the day pops up telling you can turn off some features such as notes and effort tracking in the preferences dialog. Features turned off are not accessible via the user interface, resulting in a smaller user interface. So now you have the option either look up the next tip and get some more insider knowledge, or just say OK and jump right into the user interface. As you can see, this is the basic user interface. Okay, so let's jump right into it. As you can see, this is a general overview over the user interface of Task Coach, and we'll start right here in the top left part with these options. Here under the files, you can open current files, you can close them, you can save them, and you can print them. The printing option is very interesting for people who like to take paper with them into classes, for instance, or don't want to carry a laptop with them. We'll talk about the printing option a little later when we have created already a few tasks and related them to subjects, so you can see something on the printout. Next thing is the edit option. Most interesting thing for you will be the preferences here. So within the preference option, the developer of Task Coach gives you so many options to customize the whole program for your own needs. So you have window behavior here, for instance. What about files, languages? The languages, for instance, could become interesting. I know since you guys all watched this tutorial, you obviously understand or speak English, but there are always foreign exchange students like me who, where the mother language is not English. My own is German, for instance. So they also offer German and a ton of other languages. The next thing, task dates, is also interesting for you because you can set and plan everything you are starting your tasks with. Say like default plan start date and time. You could always start your tasks at the current time, at the end of the working day, or at the end of the day, or maybe at the start. So when is the end of your working day? You go into the features and you can create your work days. That means start of work week is here, for instance, Monday or Sunday. You have the hour of start of the workday and the hour of the end of the workday. So we say we start at 8 a.m. It's just that simple, a drop-down window, and we finish at 16, so that means 4 p.m. So this is the features. You have also the task reminder here, where you can let the task coach remind you. So this is very full of checks. We can just say I'm okay with a 1 hour reminder before the task is due. Also, you might want to have a look at this one, task appearance. As soon as we fill in the tasks, it becomes a little crowded in that window, so you might want to use different colors to differentiate between the different task genders, saying like, okay, to what subject does that relate to? So, and finally, you have an editor where you can change fonts and everything. Maybe not that interesting for you. So I'll click on OK, step out of here. Next thing is view. So you have different options for different filters, modes, sorts, and columns. And also you can customize already the toolbar a little bit. We have the large images. The toolbar is right here, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. Let's finish this here in the top part. You have some actions that you're going to take. You might want to add attachments as soon as you have some tasks. You might want to open them and so forth. And the help by the developer, always a good thing. He leaves you an email, information about the program and so forth. So the next interesting part on the user interface is the right side for you. You can see the categories on the right side. Categories will help you to structure your tasks way better. So after filling in categories, you relate them to the tasks on the left side. So we're going to fill in some tasks in a few minutes. But let me show you how the categories work. I already filled in some classes, but if you want to add a new one, you just say new category. You type in a subject, saying maybe tutorial for instance. You can leave description, notes, attachments, any attachments like Excel and Word data. I have a to-do list. Closing this one, and also you can change the appearance of the category. So far we have no icon, but I love to use the ladybug. So as soon as we close it, you see the new category popping up here. As we go over it, you see there is an attachment on it, and it's called tutorial the ladybug. So whenever we will have tasks on the left side, we might want to see which tasks belong to which category or vice versa. So we just check the category and you only see related tasks. The next option is customizing your toolbar within the categories. With this thing, you go on customization. So let me help you. This is the window for the customization. So on the left side you see available tools, on the right side the tools you already see. I would like to add pasting items from the clipboard. Just go over here on the arrow, and now it's on the tool side. As soon as I say OK, it pops up here, and here we go, pasting. This is the new tool we just added. The last thing I'd like to show you within the categories is right-clicking on categories, which gives you many options. You can cut them, copy, adding, deleting, adding attachments, and so forth. For instance, I'm going to delete this. It's that simple. In case you have too many subjects already here on that right side, there's always a way of searching it. You just use the search bar up here, and you type in the category you're looking for. Let's say we're looking for marketing, and here we go. It just filters automatically. So this is it about the category side. So finally we've come to the point where we should have a look at the tasks themselves. So everything which has to do with the tasks is happening here in the left panel on the user interface. It all starts with all these tools up here, and same thing as with the bar of in the categories, we can also customize this bar. So to customize it, we should find the symbol. Here it says customize. Click on it, and here we have a huge range of tools, and as we can see, most of them are already in our bar. So because there's so many, I'm just gonna delete some of them. So inactive tasks, we don't need that. Show task as tree, no. The spacer and the separator. So now you see I deleted 4 tools, and we got some more space over here, and yeah, now we're actually free to start and create our first tasks. This goes up here. This symbol says new task. This is what I'm doing. He's asking for a subject, let's say web-based project. And you can also enter a priority. I'll say my priority is 1. It goes up to infinity. So I'll start with 1. You can type in the dates. My planned start date is today. The due date is coming Wednesday the 5th. And the time, we should edit the time a little, saying the class starts at 4. So we want to have submitted it by 4. So you can also insert a actual start date, a completion date, reminder, and recurrence. So the next thing in available here as option are prerequisites. So prerequisites mean that if you have a chain of tasks, you can relate them with each other, saying one starts when the other one has finished. So since this is our first task, as you can see, web-based project, there are no prerequisites because we don't have any. Also, dependence. Since this is our first task, we can't do anything here. So you can also documentate the progress. So let's say this project is already completed 50%. Categories. So you're gonna go and relate your tasks to the categories. This goes straight to tutorial and human resource training and development. So this thing, the budget, is really interesting. It is not really important for student life, but when you're going to manage projects where you are supposed to calculate salaries for project managers, you can actually put in a hourly fee for your work, saying my work as a student is worth $15 per hour. You say the fixed fee, which says that your fixed costs so forth, or we put them $5, and you'll have a budget here. So this budget is related to your tracking effort. That means every time you start working on an assignment and you are to document that via the tracking effort, there is a counter in the background counting exactly the hourly fee and giving you the amount of money you have virtually spending that time on that assignment. As you can see here, you could put in efforts. I'm going to create a new effort for you, saying web-based project. Okay, start, and here we go, from today till now, and this effort is already counting time. So just to show it to you, I could also already stop it. So this is stopped now. If I make a right click on it, I can go back on start tracking effort or resume tracking web-based project. The next thing is I can still leave notes like in the categories, add attachments like I showed you already in the categories, and the appearance. If I want to bring this in the same design, if I want to put the same shape and same design on it, I just choose a new icon saying why don't we use the ladybug, close it, and here we go. This is our first task. So adjusting the lines. As you can see, our first project is our first subject is the web-based project with a planned start date today, and the due date is coming Wednesday 16, which means 4 p.m. is European time. So what else can we see? I told you about the relation to the categories. If I click here on labor relations, e-commerce, and managerial economics, we see there are no tasks related to these categories. Why is this so? This is because I related the web-based project only to human resource training and development and the tutorial. And it's still there. In order to save some time, I've already created 3 more tasks just for you to get a better overview and understanding of how the subjects work in relation with the categories. So let's just browse through it. If I click on e-commerce marketing, the presentation preparation pops up because it is in its details related to the categories e-commerce marketing and labor relations. So same thing for all the others, but with different categories. The black font here on this side in the tasks means it is an active task. We don't need to have a mandatory planned start date, but due dates. Also, we have the last one, the finishing to-do list task, which is colored in orange. Orange means the due date is very, very soon, and it is tomorrow 10 a.m. You're very flexible with these settings and telling the software what is for you soon. You can always go into the preferences under edit and just change it how you like it. Talking about the task toolbar, you can also now just structure them how you want them and say, for instance, hide do soon tasks. So that would hide the last task. So next thing you also can do is you give yourself due dates, but if you're done earlier, you can always mark a task as completed. So, and then it's checked and from your list actually. So with when you're done, don't want to do any more work on this, you should always save your files. You go here under file, say save as, and type in a name for you saying tutorial 2. Now you can always find your file next time you open it. You just go on open and search for tutorial 2. The last cool feature I'd like to share with you is the printing option. You go on print and tell your printing device to print the document, which will show you all the tasks which are going on. And I've already prepared that for you. Let me show you. This is the PDF that I got the file from the software, and it shows you all the tasks with subjects, planned start dates, and due dates. Unfortunately, this output is not very customizable, so you have to deal with this basic printout, but I think it's a really helpful tool to take with you into classes or breaks and to write down some notes. And yeah, I mean, you can always keep track within the task coach. So that was the last tool I wanted to share with you. So all in all, I would come to the conclusion that the task coach is a really, really helpful tool to structure your work. And it's not only about student life, you can always use it also in private life, also in business life. And it is really helpful. So you might want to share it with friends and colleagues. Just get it out there because it's for free. I like to use it very much, and I'll go on. And I'll say thank you for listening. And I hope you had fun with this tutorial. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me via my blog. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. Thank you.